So I moved to Japan for a year, and something I've learned is that there is so much more to this place than its vending machines. The train came out of the long tunnel into the snow country. The opening line from Yasunari Kawabata's book, Yukiguni, more known throughout Japan than the location that inspired it. Yukiguni translates to snow country, and the setting to which this book begins is the very town of Echigo Yuzawa. Just 70 minutes by Shinkansen from Tokyo, I'm immediately thrown into a world so far removed from those bright city lights. I'm too early for its record high snowfalls, because this time, I'm here for something else. A 300-kilometre trail connecting 3 prefectures and 7 cities. The Snow Country Trail connects ancient roads, ridgelines, and mountain passes, passing through village to village, onsen to onsen, shaped by glacial activity, and travelled by samurai. Shrines, temples, rice terraces, and modern art imbue life into this through hike. And pray we never forget about mentioning the food. To date, only 2 have successfully completed the 300 kilometers as a through hike. A statistic that this time around I won't be changing. This time around, I've been invited to hike just a section, catching a glimpse of what the trail has to offer. With a couple of others, I'll be walking between 2 traditional ryokan through Joshinetsu Kogen National Park. Arriving in Echigo Yuzawa, I'm immediately whisked away to grasp some of the traditions surrounding the area. It's one of my favourite things about Japan. Everything is connected to land, food, and art. And today, we're starting with the art of kimono. Historically, when farmers couldn't work because of high snowfall, they directed their efforts elsewhere. In this case, delicate handwork, a whole world of patience I can't begin to imagine. The kimono is meticulously spun into threads to be dyed before they are woven. It is the most complex way of doing it. If one thread is out of alignment, the whole pattern is ruined. The loom process is one out of a Ghibli scene. The intricacies of the saw. This process even before it is pressed, cut, and stitched into the draped elegance that is kimono. Arriving to Kaikake Onsen, I'm welcomed by Hidemi-san, who briefs me on tomorrow's hiking breakfast. Hidemi-san politely does not correct my bad kanpai manners. I'm learning a lot. 2 hands always, and for respect and age, go low. She and her husband have been running this place for over 18 years now. What's special about this onsen?
Okay, the onsen is good for eyes, and I used to sell as eye drops. And then it's not too hot, so we can soak long time and then more relax.
So I'm long-sighted. I have to wear contact lenses.
So you...
Can I fix will my eyes be fixed? And while Hidemi-san politely laughs at my dad jokes, she at least has good taste when it comes to running the place.
I want all the guests to feel Japan, how they used to live in, and when they come here. Yeah. 懐かしいって英語でなんて言うんだろうね。
Though my vision is still not 2020, I am now in full preparation mode. The 8,000-year snowfall-enriched rice sits happily in my belly, ready to fuel me for tomorrow's rise at the crack of dawn. Do you eat it?
香りがいい。
Kaori.
Good smell.
Oh.
Japanese smell.
Kuromoji. Our hiking guide Chika tells me that hiking is approached differently in Japan. Maybe because it's more popular with the older generation, or maybe because here there is this traditional belief that gods reside in large trees and rocks, the sense that their spirits live on through our natural environment, and their presence is only felt through walking, and walking slowly. I imagine the samurai who once traveled along these passes. I imagine they, like every other Japanese hiker, did not wear shorts. But I'm sure they too ate onigiri and smiled into the wind as they crossed prefecture boundaries and caught sight of where they'd rest their heads for the night. We're passing from the Niigata prefecture side into Gunma, the prefecture of my mum's hometown. I can imagine my auntie right now pottering away in her garden. Nanda?
なんだやだまあいいやねじゃあこれでねはい行きましょう
I had only ever known Gunma to be where half of my family lived, not as a mountainous region home to a whole ridgeline of trail. Tied Up Your Mountain Hut has been run by a family that has preserved the mountain paths for 3 generations. It's here we meet Akira-san and the glory that is the fireplace.
ここに荷物をつけて、それで背中に
Akira-san's dedication to preserving the serenity and animal life of the area means instead of using a helicopter to bring up hut supplies like beer, food, furniture, or a 100-kilogram fireplace, he and his wife Yuki-san carry it up
5 kilogram.
by foot,
This one.
by way of 30-year-old wooden backpack.
My father used beer case.
There is Japanese folklore of a boy of superhuman strength.
Check.
I'd heard these stories of Kintaro as a kid. I guess I just never dreamed that I'd meet his descendant someday in a mountain hut. It was also here where the two of them first met. But it turns out their story isn't special. 22 recorded couples have met in this very hut.
22.
Oh, so if I stay here long enough. And though Akira-san cannot promise miracles, he can share his philosophy of life up here.
こう全てのものに神様が宿ってるっていう そういう感覚があって、あとそういう樹木もそうだし虫にもそうだし、で岩もそうロックそこにみんな魂が宿ってるっていう風になると、なんだろうな、傷つけることをそこまでしなくなるっていうか、必要以上に傷つけないし必要以上に取らないっていう、そういうなんかそういうね、なんだろうね、まあテレパシーじゃないけど、そういう空気感っていうかね、そういうものをすごくこう大事にして生きていきたいから、だからまあ多分いろんな何かなんだろうな、あんまりその地上の世界と違う感じにしたいっていうかね、わざとこういう質素な感じにしてる。
And with the velvet tones of Akira-san bidding us good night, we make our beds and rise to what we had feared most.
Not sober,
No.
but not so normal.
I was told ringing the bell marks good luck and happiness, and though it didn't bring the former, I was told it was time for a quick snack. It's through this section I'm again reminded this is an ancient path. Remnants of medieval samurai battles are hard to miss. And as I reflect here at our final destination, I begin to grasp why this region and why this onsen was visited by so many artists, musicians, and writers.
It's definitely one of those places where you could just spend hours taking photos. This place feels very connected to Shizen. Shizen is nature? Yes. Shizen. What's the feeling you hope guests receive when they come to Hoshi Onsen?
今の現代のお客様からすると不便なこと、あとは至らないところもあります。でもその昔の不便さとか自然豊かなゆえに虫が入ってきたり、あとはそういうところも含めてですね、昔の生活を少しでも感じていただいて、それがお客様にとって昔の生活もいいなと思っていただければとても嬉しいです。
Nao-san is a family member of the 6th generation to own this place. And it seems that is so much of the story of Japan. The passing of knowledge, of legacy, of wisdom from generation to generation. That and the inescapable Otani Shohei. In Japan, there is this traditional belief that gods reside in large trees and rocks. The sense that their spirit lives on through our natural environment. And trails like these and places like this give us the chance to disconnect, to reconnect. And while I wish I could linger a little longer, spend another night in the Onsen town, as with any journey, comes the return. But who knows, maybe someday I'll be the third. Maybe someday I'll do all 300 kilometers with plenty of leech spray.
This is just for down.